The older we get, the faster it goes.
I hate that. I want to slow down.
I know it. My grandma always said that. She was right.
I do notice that it's true that the older you get too, it feels like it accelerates for sure, like each year.
Well, it's 10 o'clock and I'm gonna mute everyone. Enjoy your session.
Thank you. All right, let's get started with our warm up. So come on to the front of your chair before we start with any of our stretches or movements so that your back isn't resting on the chair. We're pushing our chest up and roll your shoulders down and back. To kind of set our posture here, let's do some shoulder blade squeezes. So I'm just going to bring my arms kind of out in front of me so that I can drive my elbows back like that. So let's do 10, keeping that posture tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's move into some neck motion. So I'm keeping my posture up tall, my chest is up. I'm going to turn my head as far as I can to the right and then to the left. So each time try to push a little bit further, not into pain, but just where you feel a good stretch. This is 2. And go at your own pace. Don't have to move your head quickly so that you get dizzy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now let's go up and down. So looking up overhead and chin to chest, looking down. That's 1, 2, each time trying to stretch a little bit further. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's move into some arm circles. So I'm going to keep my fingers wide and bring my arms forward, nice and big. Let's do 10 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now we're going to move kind of into this medium range, still going backwards. We'll do 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch and go forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now going really big again. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Backwards 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's move into 10 power ups. So coming down and squeezing those shoulder blades together like we did with our rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now I want you to kick your leg out in front of you and hold it. So I'm lifting my foot all back up so you can see my leg. So keeping my knee out straight in front, keeping my knee straight. Let's hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Now switch legs, kick and hold. 1, 2, 3. Switch. This is our second time through. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Switching back and forth each time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Halfway done. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 more rounds. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And last time on each foot. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, reach behind you with both hands. Keep your chest up tall. We're going to hold here for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Turn and reach behind you. My chest stays up tall. 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come up into standing. We're going to do a couple warm-up exercises to get the blood flow to our legs going. I'm going to stand behind my chair for these. Give everyone a moment to get started. And we're just going to start with mini squats. So I'm not worried about how deep you're going, just kind of warming up the legs. A mini knee bend and coming up tall. Let's do that 10 times. Mini knee bend. 1. Mini knee bend. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9, and 10. Now going up on your toes, do a heel raise, up on your toes and back down. Do 12. Go up. 1. Up on your toes. 2. Up. 3. You can do this if you're seated too, going up on your toes. 4. Up. 5. Up. 6. Up. 7. Up. 8. Up. 9. Up. 10. 2 more. Up. 11. Up. And 12. All right. We're gonna get started with some intervals. We're focusing on cardio today. So we have 2 different rounds of intervals. I'll show you the exercises. I'm going to pull up my timer here. So I still have it where we're doing a minute on and 30 seconds off. And these should be all out. So if you find that you're too exhausted and need to stop sooner than the minute, that's fine, because I want you to be working at such a high intensity that by the time the interval is done and it's time to rest, you're really pooped. It should be really challenging. So the first exercise we're going to do is a weighted squat. So grab your hand weights. And we will use our floor mat for these intervals too. So the first one is that weighted squat. So I'm just holding my weights in front of me. I can also have my hands straight down, sitting down and coming up. As many as you can. You don't have to start yet. Again, I'm just showing that's the first exercise. The next one is either a modified plank or full plank running man. So a few different positions you can do this in. Probably the fan favorite will be a modified plank. So in a modified plank position, my arms are on this mat table. You can have them on your chair, on your couch, something that's sturdy that you can put some weight into. And we're doing high knees or a running man. So you can choose to either alternate your high knees or do a full running man in this position. You can get down into a full plank and do it here. Or you can do it standing, leaning on the wall. The further you walk your feet back, the harder it is doing a running man at the wall here. So that's our second exercise. The third one you can choose to do sitting or standing. A weighted march, opposite arm and leg, as many as I can get in that minute. And then the fourth one we're gonna do is a floor transfer. So I want to use this fourth exercise of the interval to really practice your smoothness and speed, coming down onto one leg, bringing your other foot down, coming down into all fours, and then right back up, bringing the opposite knee up this time, pushing through your knee to standing, and then coming down, switching what knee comes down each time. If you don't feel safe doing that, you can use that fourth interval to practice your sit to stand. So get as many sit to stands as you can do in that full minute. And you can use your hands or have your arms out in front of you. So 4 exercises. 30 seconds in between to rest and transition. So short rest breaks. We're keeping our heart rate up. And we will go through it twice, but we'll take a longer break after we go through it once, because these should be challenging. We were pretty fatigued after. So grab your hand weights for the weighted squat. If you're staying in your chair, you can do a bicep curl. Weighted squat is first. Let's get ready. All right, 1 minute. How many squats can you get in? And if you're seated, you're doing that bicep curl like this. Good job, almost halfway there. Keep pushing. Remember, this is all out. Ten seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. 30 seconds to rest. We're moving into that running man, either at the wall, in a modified plank, or in a full plank all the way on the ground. Make sure that if you're in a modified plank, that whatever you're leaning on is very sturdy, that it's not going to roll away from you or push away from you. Short rest breaks. We have 5 seconds to get ready. All right, begin. So either alternating marching or a full running man. 1 minute of work. If you need to switch between them and maybe go back to the marching at any time, you can. Nice job, everybody. Keep pushing. Halfway done. Keep working hard. 15 seconds left. Three, two, and one. Nice job. We're moving to sitting for the next one. It's a little bit of a respite from standing, but we're still going all out for this marching. With weights, if you have them handy, we're moving to opposite arm and leg marching for this next minute. 5 seconds to get ready. 2 more exercises, then we'll take a longer break. Here we go. Opposite arm and leg. Really try to keep your posture tall. Especially as we start getting tired, it's going to get easier and easier to lean forward, but work hard to keep your posture up tall. Nice job, everyone. More than halfway done. Ten seconds left. All right, rest. Great job. We have one final exercise. We're either doing a floor transfer, or you can use this time to do a sit to stand. 15 seconds to get ready. Make sure if you're doing your floor transfer that you have something nearby to help you with the push into standing. 3, 2, and 1. So you can use your hands to help support you, coming down onto all fours. And then bringing the other leg up, you can push through your leg or push through your chair. All the way into standing, we're going to alternate. All the way down, all the way back up. Great job, halfway done. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Take a break. I'm going to give us a 2-minute rest break here, and then we have another round through those exercises. But sit down, grab some water. Really nice job. I'm breathing hard, so I hope everyone else is too. So an easy way when we're talking about aerobic exercise, cardio, like we're doing today, there are really good calculators online that can help you get a most accurate representation of your max heart rate. But an easy way to do it is the number 220 minus your age. That would be your max heart rate. And when we're doing cardio, we really want to try to get it within that 60 to 80% of that heart rate max. So say if we did 220, say you're 60 years old. So we did 220 minus 60, that would be 160. And then you would take 60 or 80% of that 160, and that's the heart rate that you want to shoot for. So if you have an Apple Watch or a Fitbit or something that measures your heart rate, when you're doing these aerobic or cardio intervals, or when you're walking for cardio, that is really how high your heart rate should be when you're exercising. If you don't have a smartwatch or something that's checking it, you can also use 2 fingers at the side of your hand to feel your pulse. So let's all do that together just as a practice. So I'll time it for us. We're gonna do it for 15 seconds and then multiply it by 4. So your index finger and your middle finger are at the side. I'll show you on the camera. Some of you are probably familiar with this, but if you're not, they go right here, kind of at the side. You want to feel for that pulse. So in a couple of seconds, I'm going to have you count the beats. Okay, begin. Stop. So whatever number you got, multiply that by 4, and that's your heart rate right now. And so later today, check, either go online and look up the heart rate formula or do 220 minus your age and see what it is. 60 to 80% of that max is what you want to shoot for. And why is because it's most effective to train at that level. So let's get back to it. We're going back to the beginning of those intervals. One more round through. So we're starting with our weighted squat. And if you're seated, you're doing a bicep curl. So join me in standing. Give us a few seconds to get there. And let's get started. 1 minute back at our squat here. Looking good. Halfway done. Keep pushing. Remember, these are all out intervals, meaning that you're giving your full effort. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Moving into our plank running man. Either you're down on the ground for a full plank, you're in a modified plank with your arms resting on your couch or your chair, if your chair is sturdy, or you can do it at the wall, where you're leaning on the wall and either doing that alternating march or doing a full running man. 3 seconds to get ready. All right, let's begin. 1 minute here. Make sure that if you're in this modified plank that your hips aren't up, but you're keeping them at a flat level. Halfway done. Keep pushing, 10 seconds left. And rest. Nice job. We're moving to our chairs for our weighted march legs. So grab some hand weights. 2 more exercises of this interval circuit. For the weighted march, see if you can do it away from the back of your chair, so you're having to use your posture to hold you tall. 5 seconds. Oop, I'm sorry. Less than that. Let's get started. Really working on our posture, knowing that our body is fatigued and it's going to be easier to slouch forward. Getting as many marches as you can in. 20 seconds left. Ten. And 5 seconds to go. And rest. All right, our last exercise of this circuit is either the sit to stand, practicing standing up and sitting down, or doing a full floor transfer. 1 more minute of work and then we'll have a longer rest. 10 seconds to get ready. All right, begin. So stepping 1 leg back, coming down onto all fours, bringing 1 leg up, pushing through this leg and through a table or chair, coming all the way up to standing. Alternate which foot you bring forward and which foot steps back. I do want you to push your speed with this, but make sure you're controlled. Halfway done. Ten seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Have a seat, grab some water. While you're taking a break, I'm going to start to explain our next circuit here. So we have another round of cardio, but 1 less exercise, only 3. So you don't have to join me yet, take your break. But I'm just going to start to show these here. The first exercise is going to be a star squat. So my feet start wide. I'm going to reach my right hand down to my left foot and then come up. Then my left hand down to my right foot. And then as I come up out of that squat, I'm reaching that arm out. So it's like your opposite arm to foot and bring that arm up each time. If you want some support for this, you can hang on with 1 hand and reach towards your knee. See if I can show on the side here. So instead of going to my foot, you can also just go down to that opposite knee so that you have some support to hold on to, and you could stay on the same side and then switch sides. The next one we're going to do 2 options. The first one is a side plank. So I'm going back down to the ground. And I'm going to get into a side plank from my knees. So I'm on this knee and I'm lifting this hip up. And I'm doing a leg swing. So while I'm holding a side plank, I'm swinging my leg forward and back. All right. Your other option for that is to do a standing leg lift. So standing, lifting your leg out to the side. You could also do that sitting. Sitting, kicking your leg out to the side and back in. Show that. Kicking your leg out and back in. You're gonna, stay seated for that one. And then our third and final exercise of this circuit, I'm gonna use weights for, and it's a march with your knee to your hand. So my arms are gonna start out wide. I'm bringing my knee and hand in and then out. Knee to hand and out. So a cross body reach. So same concept with our star squat. If you want to hang on to the chair, going back and forth, using some support if you need it. All right. So 3 exercises here, 1 minute on, 30 seconds off. We'll see, we may just have time to go through it one time before moving on. So know that this is less exercises this time through, only 3. We're gonna start with that star squat. Join me in standing. All right, let's begin. So reaching down for that opposite ankle and then reaching that arm out. Opposite ankle and up. Back and forth. Almost like you're grabbing something and pulling it out to the side. Like I'm pulling a scarf out of my sock that I want to pull up and out. Good job. Bend your knees as you go down. Halfway done. Keep working hard. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Good, 30 seconds to transition. We're either coming down to our side plank, or you can do that leg lift. Standing, kicking your leg out to the side, or we're getting onto our side here for that side plank. Still about 5 seconds to get ready. All right, so we're getting into a plank where your hips are off the ground, and I'm doing a leg swing forward and backward. Keeping my hip lifted at any time. If you need to drop your hip and take a break, feel free, and then come back up when you can. Next time through, we'll get our other leg. So for this time, stay on this side. Nice job. If you need more support, you can always put this hand down too. Keep working. Nice job, everybody. This is a hard exercise to hold. Keep pushing. Good job. And rest. Good. Make your way back up to standing. And push through your chair or table. Last, we're doing that march, hand to opposite knee. If you can use weights, use your weights for this. Three seconds to get ready. And begin. Opposite hand to knee and back out. Once you get the pattern, increase your speed. Nice job. Halfway. And at any time, if your arms are getting tired and you need to drop your weights, feel free. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Let's take about a minute break here. I am going to have us do one more set because we didn't get to do both sides for that side plank. But I'm going to drop the time down so it'll only be 45 seconds instead of a full minute. So I'll give us a minute to catch our breath here, and then we're going back to the top of those intervals. Nice job. These are tough. The first one we're starting with is that star squat. All right, 10 seconds and then we'll get started. All right, begin. So 45 seconds. Going back to that star squat that we began with. Make sure you're sitting your hips down so you're bending your knees as you reach for that opposite ankle or for that opposite knee. Twenty seconds to go. Five, four, three, two, and one. All right, transition to the ground. Now we're doing the side plank on the opposite side. Or if you're standing or seated, you can do that leg raise out to the side. About 10 seconds to transition and get ready. I'm gonna move my mug so I don't kick it over. All right, lift those hips up and let's begin. So you're up on your elbow and your knee, sliding that leg forward and back. Your hand can be down here if you need some more support, or you can have it up on your hip. $20 seconds left, more than halfway done. Good job. Keep working, 10 seconds to go. Three, two, and one. Good job. Back up to standing. One more exercise left. This last one is going to be that opposite hand to knee, with or without weights, or you can always start with your weights and then drop them. All right, let's begin. Opposite hand to knee. Once you have the pattern, pick up your speed. Good job. $20 seconds to go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Grab some water and have a seat. After you take a break, we're moving on to our power moves down on the mat. We'll be in prone today, so laying on your stomach. Also stay seated. I'll remind you of what those moves look like. But I highly encourage you that even if you don't do them with me today, you try them on your bed. It is a great way to help you roll easier in bed. If your back bothers you in this position, try a pillow under your stomach while we're doing these today. When you're ready, make your way down. So if you're seated, the first power up move is one that we did in the warm up. I should show that before I lay down, where you're leaning down, forward onto your knees and then stretching your arms back wide. So that's your move if you're staying in your chair. The prone power up, laying in your belly, your arms start out to the sides, and then you push through your hands to bring your elbows in. My elbows aren't straight, my elbows stay down, and I'm straightening and stretching out my chest to push up through here. All right, let's do 10 of these together. You're starting with your arms out. Let's count up by twos. 2. And down. 4. And down. 6. Down. 8. Down. 10. Down. 12. Down. 14. Down. 16. Down. 18. Down. And 20. All right, next we have our power rock. So this one is reaching up and across, resetting in the middle, and reaching up and across the other way. Like you're reaching for something on the side of you. And if you're seated, same concept, but you're, instead of dropping down through your elbow, you're gonna prop down onto your knee to reach up and across if you're seated. Yeah, just like that. Alrighty, let's count backward by 40 by twos this time. We'll stop at 2. So doing 10 on each side. 40, 38, 36, 34, 32, 30, 28, 26, 24, 22, 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, and 2. Nice job. So for the power twist, this is a much more dynamic movement. So we're starting on our stomachs for this. We'll start and end here. And so to move into the twist, I'm going to thread one elbow or one arm under my other so that I'm rolling onto my side. I'm going to bring my knee up so that it's bent. And then I'm rotating out, not lifting so far that this knee lifts up, but keeping it down. Twisting back together and then rolling back on my stomach. And then I'm going to do the other side where I'm going to thread this arm under to roll on my side, bring my knee up, twist open and back, and then roll back onto my stomach. If you're seated, you're doing the twist where your arms start wide, turning to clap and opening. So yours will be a lot faster if you're seated, so you can either double up and do twice as many as we're doing, or you could just go at a slower pace. So we're just going to do 10 in total because this one is a little bit more in depth. So slide one arm under, roll on your side, open and twist. That's 1. Back to the center. Now other side, thread the needle, roll on your side, open and twist 2. Thread the needle, keep that knee up. 3. Tuck your arm through, open. 4. Thread the needle, twist. 5. thread the needle. 6. And twist. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. And 10. Good. Our last power move is our power step. So I'm back on my stomach and with my arms stepping out and stepping back in. If you're seated, you're using your legs to do that. Really lifting your arm or your leg very high. Let's do 20 in total. We'll count up by 5s for this one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Nice job. We're gonna move into a little bit of core before our cool down here. I'm gonna turn my mat so that you have a better angle of these core exercises, but we're gonna do these on your back. So it's all targeting, the speaker now, I'm not sure everyone can hear me. It's all targeting a deep core contraction. So with your knees bent, I want you to think about pushing your back down onto your carpet or onto your mat so that there's really little space on your lower back. So that it's pressed down very hard. We can call this like a pelvic tilt or a transverse abdominis contraction. So while I'm holding my back pressed down into the mat, I'm gonna let just one knee fall out to the side and back in. So my other knee stays still. It's just one moving at a time. So it's a core exercise, keeping my back flat while I do that. So let's start letting one knee come out and back in. 1, 2, we'll do 10 on each side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Do the other leg now, keeping your core tight, your back flat down into your mat. Now the other leg is falling out and back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and relax. So we're gonna build on that same core, tightening that core bracing is our deep core muscle. So for the next one, instead of letting your knee fall out to the side, I'm again gonna press my back down into my mat, and this time I'm gonna slide one leg out and slide it back while I'm pressing my back down, bracing my core. So let's go back and forth, alternating each leg this time. We'll do 20 in total. So bracing your core, slide one leg out and back in. Keep your core tight while we do the other leg. Slide your leg out and into, slide out, 3, out, 4, keep your core tight, out, 5, out, 6, out, 7, out, 8, out, 9, out, 10, out, 11, out, 12, out, 13, out, 14, out, 15, out, 16, out, 17, 18, 2 more, 19, and 20, and relax. Nice job. Take your time making your way back up to your seat. We'll finish with some cool down exercises. We'll do a little bit of stretching and cool down here. Great job, everybody. Start with some overhead reaches. Jump up with wide arms and exhale. Up. And exhale, arms down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Do one more. Exhale down. Nice job. Stretch one knee out in front of you. Keep that knee bent and bend forward at your hips to feel a stretch on the back of your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring one leg up across the other, or if you need to have your bottom leg straight, that's a good option. Press down at your thigh and lean forward. We'll hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next, let's stretch our upper trapezius muscle. So bring one ear down towards your shoulder. Bring the same arm will pull to the side that you're leaning towards, and this hand can tuck behind your back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Roll your neck to the other side and switch arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Roll your head back to the middle and come up slow. Stretch your arm out here. So one arm across, pull it towards you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do some wrist circles in front of us here. Nice and slow. And switch directions. Let's end with 5 finger flicks. And that's a wrap. Good job, everybody. Way to push yourself and as I talked about a little bit, check in maybe to what your max heart rate is, so you can calculate what's your target kind of heart rate when you're doing aerobic exercise.
Great job.
And I'll stick around if anyone has questions for a minute or two. Otherwise, I'll see everyone next Monday.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good job.
Thank you, Katie. Always good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Katie.
Juanetta, are you still on?
Katie,
Yeah, I'm here.
I just had a quick question because I keep looking for the Saturday morning recorded sessions and I don't see them under the YouTube.
They should be there because I use, I know there's some of them are there because I used them when we were on Christmas vacation. So,
I see the one like Monday through Friday. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I see the ones Monday through Friday. I always see those, but I'll keep looking.
Yeah, they should be there, but I will check, because I know there's some there because, the one lady that teaches the class, what is her name?
Well, the Saturday morning classes are usually the students, so I didn't
Right.
know.
Right, but I'm talking about Jamie Haynes.
Oh, yeah. She
Yeah.
said something about hers are supposed to be on there, but I'll keep looking.
Right, because I used a couple of hers when we were on vacation just to mix it up, because
Oh,
the people during the week don't normally get to see her. So,
right.
but I will check to make sure too that there's not just a handful, on there,
Okay.
All
all
right,
right,
I'll
thank
check it
you.
out. Thanks.
Thank you.
I don't handle those, so, but I will, I'll find out.
Well, I can write, should I write just to the Parkinson's Foundation then?
No, because I text them, but I just only do
Okay.
through Friday, and they, the weekend people handle the weekends, putting that,
Okay.
doing all that, recording it and stuff. So I'll just make sure that they are still recording it.
Okay. All right, perfect. Thank you.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
Have a great day.
Katie,
Bye,
thank you.
everybody.
Thanks, Katie. Great
Thank you,
workout.
Katie.
Bye-bye.